Game Chat with Bwana, episode 72, coming at you right about last week.
Welcome to Game Chat with Bwana, your source for gaming news and reviews. Now, here's Bwana McCall.
Game Chat with Bwana. Game Chat with Bwana, episode 72, coming at you live at live.bwana.tv and at twitch.tv/Bwana. We do this every Monday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And what we do here at Game Chat with Bwana is that we talk about the last 7 days of gaming news. That stuff on the internets. And we scour the internets, the interwebs, the intertrobes, the inner tubes, and we try to find the best stories of that 7-day period. And we know we have our favorite sites and we have our favorite games, but we try to mix it up a little bit. We try to make sure that we gather all the different topics from all the different avenues. And that's why we have our forums at bwana.tv/forums, where you can sign up and you can submit your stories so that I don't talk about the same stuff all the time. You guys can come in and mix it up, sign up over there, post stories. We'd like you to post 2 stories at a time. And once you post those stories, we go over those stories. And then after that, we have what's called title time. Title time is when you guys come up with a snazzy title for the show. Just about every title, except maybe the first or second show, has been come up by you guys, has been concocted by the viewer. You ought to be very, very proud of yourself, because the titles are actually very, very awesome. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We only got a couple stories. Not a whole lot to talk about. I didn't want to, get stuff that stunk. Tried to get it the best stories that I could find. And you guys, you're going to augment them. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get that here.
Game Chat with Bwana would not be possible without the support of our corporate partners. Twitch.tv, Wirecast, YouTube, and 123 Systems. Thank you all for your support of Game Chat with Bwana.
Yeah. So I don't know what it is, but I can't seem to find the center point. I keep moving, and the microphone doesn't want to follow me. Random statement. For our first story, we're going to talk about this Project Eternity. Project Eternity, which is a game. Now, we've been slowly coming up with this theme of how game publishers have been irrelevant lately. How the gamer demands perfection and how the gamer demands quality. Therefore, the gamer shall get quality, even if it has to bypass the publisher. Enter Kickstarter. Kickstarter is this popular website that a lot of people are using now to bypass the publisher and get funded directly from the user. Crowdfunding is the term that people use to get money from the user. And what they usually do with these Kickstarters is that they promise you features. They promise you, types of games. They say, here's my credentials. I made Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man and Baby Pac-Man and Super Pac-Man. I'm going to make a Pac-Man remake. And they go, here's our Kickstarter page. If you pledge $15, we'll give you a Pac-Man hat. And then you pledge $15, you get that Pac-Man hat in the mail, and you put it on your head, and you're very, very excited about this new Pac-Man remake. And you tell your friends, and your friends tell their friends, and they give money, and it's like, if you give us $150,000, we will concoct a solid gold Pac-Man statue in your front lawn. You go, oh, I got to take out a second mortgage. I have to take out a second mortgage to get $150,000 so that I can have a solid gold Pac-Man on my front yard. That's usually how it happens. This particular project, Project Eternity, this promised the world. This is going to be Obsidian's fantasy RPG, an isometric view RPG, which is going to bring us back to the days of Baldur's Gate and Planescape and all kinds of good games. This particular game raised $1 million in 24 hours. I think you guys were tired of Call of Duty. I said duty. 24 hours, $1.1 million. And that was just the first 24 hours. Now, they went on to break some records, this Project Eternity, as they raised more than I think the total, this is at the very bottom, $3.5 million. $3.5 million. And they had a goal of $1 million. So you can imagine there's going to be some extra bells and whistles and, you know, some of those things, what do they call them? These promises if they go above and beyond. Stretch goals. That's what they call them. Stretch goals. And what? 3.5 million. 66,000 sponsors at the time of this writing. And when it ended, it had $3.5 million. Breaking records with Kickstarter. Like I said, you guys are tired of the publisher. And I think a lot of people are looking to go this route. I mean, there's a lot of games. I'm trying to remember the name of the game. The guy who made I think he made TIE Fighter. No, not TIE Fighter. I don't know. There's a bunch of new Kickstarters coming out, and they're getting funded very, very quickly. Now, you got to understand that 5, 6, maybe 10 years ago, this stuff was unheard of. If you came out with a free-to-play game, Wing Commander, thank you. If you came out with a free-to-play game, you were kind of laughed at. You were, now you're going to fail. Ha ha, ha ha, free-to-play is for Korean games. That was the, 5 to 10 years ago, that's what everybody was saying. Now free-to-play is kind of the norm. Gaming studios are struggling to get your money because I think, and this is my opinion, that there's a heavy saturation of video games in the market. It's oversaturated. There's too many games. We have a saying here at live.bwana.tv and at twitch.tv/Bwana, that plug. We have a saying called too many games. And for every genre, shooters, RPGs, strategy games are, not that bad. It's just 5 to 10 choices. Any game you could pick that could take up all your time if you just choose one and play it. And a big reason why a lot of us don't buy games today is because we simply don't have enough time. It has very little to do with the quality of the game. And I'm noticing this is taking over a lot. As people go, well, Borderlands just came out. I'm not going to have time to play Torchlight, so I'm going to wait. That doesn't say Torchlight is a worse game. It's just, people got to prioritize their time. There's way too much. Way too much. And with games like League of Legends and, Tribes of Sin, all these established free-to-play games, and, PlanetSide 2 just got, an announcement of their release date. It's going to be even more coming. And we're coming up on the holiday season. Lots of big AAA titles are going to hit. And a lot of gamers just aren't going to have time. It's a different landscape than it used to be. And I think these Kickstarters are even going to inject even more types of games. I don't know what to play. I mean, it's the classic first world problem. I got too many games. I don't know what to play. And it's not because you bought too many games. There's too many choices. Too many free-to-play choices out there that are saturating the market. Who's going to get your time? That's what companies are fighting for. They're not really fighting for, being a differentiator as in terms of quality. I think they're really building games to really suck you in and keep you playing. Because it's really easy to go and play something else. So these Kickstarters, man, they're going to be a lot more of them. I mean, I thought it was reaching a peak, but it seems to be, it seems to be still going up. It seems to be climbing, these Kickstarters. Check it out, guys. Over in Escapist magazine, they got the details about this particular Kickstarter, Project Eternity. It sets a record, guys, $3.5 million. Now, let's talk about our next story, which has to do with Origin. Oh, Origin. You oopsed all over the place. You're just like, oops. Apparently, Origin released a survey which granted you a discount coupon on any or a select few games on Origin. $20 off if you completed the survey. Well, turns out the survey was reusable, and it can be used multiple times, and everybody pretty much spread the word about this code, and people were getting free games on Origin. Basically looking for games that were $20 or less, applying this coupon, and getting free games. Oops. Now I was intrigued by this because our very own Robbie posted on the forums. I think it was Robbie. He said, "Is this some kind of a conspiracy to get us to get more games on Origin?" Keanu conspiracy face. I don't know. This is such a huge. It almost seems like they did it on purpose. You got to think they did something like this on purpose because, you know, Steam does these really massive sales every now and then. And if Origin had a sale, say $20 off any game, a lot of people would buy it. But now that you've got this intriguing, oh, you better act now. Oh, you better get it before it goes away. EA messed up. Go get your game. Go get your game. And everybody flocks to buy and download these free games without second thought. People who probably were opposed to Origin probably went and got a game. And at the end of the day, Origin gets more users. And you have an Origin game, which depends on Origin, which is what they want. They may be willing to spend $20 per user to get you to install Origin. Conspiracy Keanu face. Something to think about, man. There's a bunch of games that was in there. Dead Space 2, Crysis, Command & Conquer 3 and 4, Battlefield 2, Mirror's Edge. The coupon code is now expired, so don't bother going to try to get it now. It's kind of too late. But apparently this was a messed up Origin promo. I'm going to call shenanigans. I don't think it was a mistake. I think this was on purpose. And let's see what the geniuses or not geniuses at EA are going to do next. Because, I don't know. I think a lot of you who didn't have an Origin game have one now. Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. Check it out, guys, over on GamePolitics.com. They got the details.
Game Chat with Bwana is recorded live before a worldwide audience every Monday night. You can participate by suggesting news stories. Just register an account in our forums at bwana.tv/forums.
Okay, the next story we're going to talk about is... I got to sing the wrong notes, otherwise I'll get copyright infringement. If I sing the right notes, they're going to take the video down. So I got to go... Halo 4. Let's talk about Halo 4. Halo 4 is coming out very soon. This is going to be the much, I don't want to call it anticipated, but you know, it's been scrutinized because this title is not going to have Bungie behind the production studio. This is something that was not produced by Bungie. This is going to be the first Halo that Bungie has not made. I am a fan of Halo. And a lot of people frown at that. Bwana, you used to be cool. But then on Game Chat with Bwana episode 72, you said something that hurt my feelings. You said that you were a fan of Halo. Therefore, I cannot support you anymore. I hate you, Bwana. I hate you. It hurts, man. It hurts. I'm a fan of Halo. Big fan of the Halo single player. But I was put off by Halo ODST. Played through it, and I was like, I'm never buying another Halo title again. And I didn't buy Halo Reach. And I don't plan to buy Halo 4. But I am interested in what happens. And I am going to watch footage on Twitch.tv to see what happens to Master Chiefs and stuff when he's floating in space forever. We're going to find out what happens to Master Chief. We're going to find out. But I'm not here to talk about me being a fan of Halo. I want to talk about this story. Halo 4, it's going to ship on multiple discs. And to me, that's kind of embarrassing in this day and age. And I even posted on Google Plus. You can follow me on google.com/+Bwana. I posted something. I was looking for a blank DVD around the house. I couldn't find one. And I was like, that moment when you run out of blank DVDs and you haven't bought one since 2010. I haven't bought a blank DVD in 2 years. And, you know, we're slowly moving towards digital. I mean, a lot of us store things on things like this now. These USB sticks that we get. We store them on these. You know, we don't bother to burn things to disk unless we need to, you know, make an audio or an MP3 CD. Or we want to burn something for the DVD player for grandma. Because grandma ain't hip yet. Grandma doesn't have Netflix, and some of y'all grandmas got like Blu-ray players and plasmas. Grandma got it going on. But 2 discs, multiple discs, it's kind of embarrassing for a game where you have to actually swap discs. I haven't done this. I haven't had to swap discs in so long. I don't remember the last game that I ever played that. I thought about it when I was preparing for the show, and I went as far back as like Myst. And I was like, did I have to swap discs with Myst? I don't even know if I, because I was a big PC gamer back then as well. And I was thinking on the PlayStation. I'm like, did PlayStation multiple discs? Did I have to swap discs? And it speaks volumes to the age of this console. A lot of PS3 forums and PS3 fanboys used to pick at the 360 because they had to swap discs. They're like, you guys don't have Blu-ray. You gotta swap discs. And 360 users like, well, whatever. We're still #1. And the fanboy fights continue. But it's kind of embarrassing. Final Fantasy 13 went through the same thing. Multiple discs. And now this new Halo 4 title is going to have to ship multiplayer on a separate disc. As we're moving towards digital downloads, hard drives, and the like, this is kind of embarrassing. Now, this second disc gives you the option. It says you have a compatible flash drive with 8 gigabytes or more available. You'll be able to install the multiplayer files on your Xbox 360 drive. Once all the multiplayer features are installed, you will only need the first disc to access the campaign and multiplayer game modes. So it's a one-time thing if you have the space. So it's not as bad as it seems. But if you don't have space, you're going to be swapping discs. And I think some people may be a little bit surprised by that. Because that's not standard in games, especially on consoles, man. It's just like you pop a disc in and you're good to go. You can sit on the couch, man, 50 feet away and get your game on. You don't have to worry about getting up and swapping discs. Halo 4, guys, is going to ship multiplayer on a separate disc. Check it out over on Multiplayer Blog, and they got the details over there on mtv.com. Now let's talk about something that I've been waiting to talk about this for a while. And I'm kind of happy the story popped up today because I didn't see it until today. Medal of Honor Warfighter is the latest iteration of, I believe it's Danger Close, the studio at EA. I think that's the name, Danger Close. Danger Close. They came out with a Medal of Honor reboot in 2010 and 2010. And I was one of the few, I'll admit it, I was one of the few who actually enjoyed the game. I loved the single player, and I liked the multiplayer. I loved the multiplayer. The multiplayer was fun. It had some good things, and some of the things that the multiplayer brought out are now being used in Call of Duty, and people kind of think Call of Duty made that stuff up. It's kind of funny, like the point streaks and things like that. Medal of Honor really, really pushed that out into the forefront. I don't want to say they were the first, but they were the big ones that say, hey, we're going to make sure you get rewarded even if you die by point streaks. So I really enjoyed that system. Now, I've said this before on this show. I've said it when I play DICE, EA games. DICE, EA, Danger Close, / everybody, they don't know how to do spawns. They lack the PhD. They don't have the credentials to make spawn points. Because every one of their games, the spawns are completely broken. I believe this game is going to have broken spawns. It's kind of like you just roll with it. It's like, hey, the spawns are going to be broken. That's just the way it is. But analysts are going to predict that this analyst, Doug Creutz, I like his name, Doug Creutz, he's predicting that the Warfighter is going to be a disaster. He's saying it's going to struggle to sell 2 million units worldwide. Now, think back to when the first Medal of Honor came out, if you can. Do you remember all the hype, all the marketing dollars, all the commercials that they put behind it, all the controversy that they put behind it? And think till today. How many commercials have you seen? The marketing, the commercials. A lot less. I know in my experience, I'm seeing a lot less of a marketing push from Medal of Honor Warfighter. Why? I think EA even knows this. Black Ops 2, Halo 4, and Assassin's Creed 3 are coming out in a few weeks. Why would you market your game heavily knowing that you're going up against those juggernauts? These are established AAA titles. These are record-breaking titles that you're coming out with. I think EA knows that this game doesn't stand a chance in terms of millions and millions of sales initially. And I don't think they'd be stupid enough to spend a lot of marketing dollars, which they haven't been. So for me, for this guy to say it's going to be a disaster, it's kind of a relative thing. How much have they invested in the game, and how much are they expected to get out of it? Because if they got any kind of guy, any kind of smart person under the umbrella of EA, they're not going to invest a lot into this. It's not going to be... I mean, that's not to say the game's going to fail. That's why I disagree with this Doug guy. Because I think the failure is going to be relative. Now, COD guys, Call of Duty and Battlefield and all the big fanboys are going to say it fails because they only look at sales numbers. It's kind of a naive way of looking at a game's success. I think from a business standpoint, you got to look at the marketing values and how much R&D has been put into the game. They're reusing the Frostbite engine. They're taking a lot of the expertise from DICE and using the Frostbite engine. And I think a lot of money may have went into the single player, but I think they're probably going to recoup that. Now, it may sound a little bit apologetic, but I think it's a very relative thing. And a lot of people, even this article calls the original Medal of Honor reboot terrible. And I don't agree with that. So, guys, you know this is how we treat games here at Game Chat with Bwana. Don't let reviews and public influence affect your opinion on a game. It can affect whether you're going to buy the game or not in terms of the facts and what the game brings, and if your friends are going to play it. That's an important part. I'm not going to deny that. But don't let it deter you from even considering the game. Because games can be good without selling a lot. It's a wild, crazy thing, but a game can be good and not sell a whole lot. And you can have a lot of fun with it. So you may be saying, well, I'll wait till it sells. I'll wait till it goes on sale. I'll wait till Origin makes another mistake. I wait till Origin releases another coupon code, then I'll consider it. And here's another couple of things that I think the guys in the chat have even mentioned. EA didn't even give any review copies out. And you can look at that and say, well, they don't have confidence in the game, or you can say they're just not putting a lot of marketing behind it. That's marketing money to do that. In essence, they're trying to save money. And also it's kind of funny that the premium users, Battlefield premium users, get a heavy discount on the game prior to launch. That should speak volumes to you. That should speak volumes to you. EA they already know the game's not going to sell that well. That's like 5 and 6 points right there to let you know that EA is aware the game's not going to sell 5 million units at launch. The expectations have been set. They're discounted already. They're not giving out any review copies. The marketing guys are on vacation. Tier 1. Yeah, that's not, you don't see that everywhere. But that shouldn't stop you from enjoying the game, guys. That's my point. The game could, quote unquote, fail and still be a blast to play. So don't let this deter you from trying it out. Check it out, guys. This is over in Escapist Magazine. They got the details about Medal of Honor, the reboot. Medal of Honor Warfighter. This analyst says it's going to be a disaster. And I disagree. It's going to be a relative thing that I predict won't be a total disaster. It's not going to break records, but I don't think it's going to be a total disaster.
Please support Game Chat with Bwana by turning off your ad blocking software.
Okay. There's this game called EVE Online that never ceases to amaze me. There's this game that it's amazing. EVE Online is probably to me, it's going to go down in history as one of the most intriguing MMOs ever created. And a lot of people are intimidated by it because it's very intimidating. Looks like a bunch of numbers all over the screen. It's like, where do I hack and slash rats? There are rats in EVE Online, but they're not what you think they are. EVE Online has this thing called Plex. And we've talked about it many, many times when we talk about free-to-play models and, what's the best system and, what's the best system for an MMO. We talk about how EVE Online allows players to buy MMO subscription time using in-game currency. And they call it Plex. It's a pilot extension license, essentially. 30 days of game time that you can buy with ISK in the game. These run from, I think they're about $20 each. $15 to $20 each for one Plex. Essentially, you're getting 1 month of game time. So players buy and sell Plex. You can buy Plex if you need money in the game. You can buy it with real money and get some ISK and buy that ship you've always wanted. And players can also, buy Plex using in-game currency and if they don't have any real money. So it's a very good system that a lot of games are kind of catching on to. I think Terra has their own form of it with Terra Scrolls, and other games are catching on with this as well. Now that I've given you that little introduction of what Plex are, there was a ship. Oh, there once was a ship who flew around. There was a ship that was flying through what we call nullsec. This is like no security. Pirates and bandits and people looking to kill everywhere. He was looking to transport a whole bunch of Plex on this little unfitted shuttle. And he had a whole bunch of valuable blueprints. Blueprints are what you use to make ships and things like that. Valuable. Worth over 213 billion ISK. So the math was done. Plex is around 580 million now. It's gone up. It was 480 when I last played. That comes to about $6,000 lost. His ship was blowed up and he lost it all. EVE Online has what we call kill reports, and you can see ships, basically the manifest of what was lost on the ship after you kill it. And it's validated by the API from CCP Games. This was validated, and CCP even posted about this on their Facebook. This has gone down as the most expensive character death in any MMO to date. And in EVE Online, when a ship explodes and things are lost, they are gone. This guy wasn't in a clone. You know, he may have lost a whole bunch of implants as well. That stuff's gone forever. This game is brutal when it comes to this kind of stuff. But this takes the cake. This takes the cake. People tell you all the time, oh man, I lost my Hulk, I lost this ship, I lost this cruiser, this battle cruiser. Oh, it was like 300 million ISK I lost. This is 213 billion. 213 billion ISK. Unheard of amounts. If you can, I can't even compare it to any kind of currency in any other game. In World of Warcraft, I don't know, it's probably 7 million gold. I don't even know how much gold. It's so much currency lost. I have no idea what was going through this guy's head to fly the ship through nullsec. I'm scared to go to nullsec. I'm just a lowly miner in EVE. I just shoot laser beams at rocks and sell the minerals. I'm an engineer. I'm building this. $6,000. $6,000 worth of stuff gone. Check it out, guys. This is over on joystick.com. They got the details over there. And that concludes all the stories I have for tonight. We're going to move on to our user submitted stories, which you guys have submitted over on our forums at bwana.tv/forums.
Do you love Game Chat? Are you looking for a way to show your appreciation? Become a Bwana.tv premium subscriber. Check out the details at bwana.tv/donate.
Here are our forums at bwana.tv/forums. Sign up. You can communicate. You can communicate. You can talk amongst each other. Talk amongst yourselves. We're going to go with our first story. Zinkro tells us that the Mad King returns to Tyria. Does that say Tria? I thought it was Tyria. Oh, I thought it was Tyria. Tria. Huh. Shadow of the Mad King, the Halloween update is coming to Guild Wars, I believe today, according to this article. The Shadow of the Mad King, begins October 22nd. Act 2 is October 26th. Act 3 is October 28th. Act 4 is October 31st. So it's a Halloween event with some items, I'm sure. New mobs. They got some wallpapers here. Ew, that's scaring my face. Shadow of the Mad King coming to Guild Wars. So if you guys are still playing Guild Wars, a lot of you are, check out the Mad King returns to Tria. That typo. I'm just messing. Look at that. Oh, look at that icon. Oh my goodness. Happy has a pumpkin on his head. Thanks for the story, Zinkro. Okay, moving on. Kato says Firefall Fest invites the entire internet starts today. Firefall Fest. This was actually on Twitch and I was watching a lot of it. Firefall, in case you guys didn't know, is an MMO FPS. Kinda MMO FPS. And they got a lot of people lined up. Today they had a theme, and I think right now they got Will Wheaton and Felicia Day. Thank you. I'm glad they put in the article. Will Wheaton and Felicia Day. Who I want to see is Nathan Fillion, because I'm a big Firefly fanboy. So whenever I see Nathan Fillion, I think of Captain Mal from Serenity the ship Serenity. But here are the times in Pacific time. They're going to be streaming for 6 days, basically promoting the game Firefall. If you guys have not tried Firefall, you got to try it. It's a really good game. And it's a very clean game. Has some bugs, but the game has a bright future. And they were talking about some of the stuff that I didn't know today. How they're going to allow users to shape the world. Essentially, there's this border called the Meld. It's like this nasty smoke of death. And users will be able to push the Meld out through quests and through events and expose other parts of the world, thereby adding more content or getting access to more content for everyone. So stuff like that the game is doing that's really, really innovative. Their PvP stuff is really tight. One thing that the users are clamoring for, and I myself agree with that, is that the PvE needs to be improved. They need a lot more content, but they're working on that. So Firefall Fest, if you haven't seen it, you can check out this article, which has all the times. It's over on twitch.tv/ I think R5 Studios. They'll be streaming for 6 days all throughout the week. These are the Pacific times. And Nathan is going to be there on the 27th. Let's see. And Felicia Day and Will Wheaton are on there now. Day 9 is going to be there tomorrow. Or, I'm sorry, on the 24th. So they're getting all kinds of internet celebrities for this. Check it out, Kados. Thanks for the link. Check it out over on Kados Post. Thanks for the link. Next story. Yes, I'm getting my degree in Skyrim. Rice University. So we saw a story a while ago, a few years ago, about how the University of Florida was doing StarCraft degrees. I think it was StarCraft. So a Skyrim course is going to be offered at Rice University. Yo, Fus Ro degree. Oh, that was just terrible. The course has 2 goals. It introduces students to fantasy as both psychological concept and driving force in gaming culture, in gamer culture. And second, using these paradigms, it considers how and why medieval Scandinavia serves as a locus of modern Anglo-American fantasy. I don't want to take this course just reading that. That's giving me a headache. People are going to go in there thinking they're going to be able to just go and play Skyrim, and they're going to fail. I don't know what all that means. To these ends, students will read selections from Old Norse, Old Icelandic sagas and translation as they play different quests within Skyrim. Oh. What the heck? Scratch. Yeah. No idea. I don't have the words. Thanks for the story. Emmerdale, Dragon Age 3, longer in pre-production than DA1, DA2, and Mass Effect. Oh, boy. Dragon Age 3 has a longer pre-production than all these other games, and one level in Dragon Age 3 is said to be as big as all of Dragon Age 2's levels. So, yeah. They're thinking big with Dragon Age 3. John Perry said he has a longer pre-production than Dragon Age 3 than any other BioWare project he's worked on. He's the lead cinematic of Dragon Age 3. He joined BioWare in 2006. JP said that one level in DA3 is as big as all of Dragon Age 2's levels. It's pretty huge. Is this your castle? So they got big ambitions over there for Dragon Age 3. And Dragon Age 2 left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths. I didn't play much of it, but you know, people are like, Dragon Age 2 sucks. I'm like, okay. I'll play it one day because I actually have it. I just haven't played it. Too many games. Thanks for the story, Emmerdale. Saram says, Gamebreaker TV gets hands-on with the Elder Scrolls Online. Hands-on preview. Elder Scrolls Online. The highly, highly anticipated Elder Scrolls MMO. They got hands-on. And looks like they got some screenshots here. The game is still in pre-alpha stage, but there's enough there to get a good feel for the world and its systems, including combat. Very, very long article that I can't really skim, but you can check out these screenshots. of The Elder Scrolls Online. Looks to be a promising title. Some of these may be Skyrim. They had some spoiler alerts. My bad. If you guys didn't want to see all of that. But yeah. Elder Scrolls Online sneak preview courtesy of Game Breaker TV. Check it out over there. Thanks for the story, Roms. Ether Rock says Elder Scrolls on there. That's the duplicate. PlanetSide 2 launches on November 20th. You guys probably posted that at the same time. Sony Online Entertainment Live, or SOE Live, was this past weekend in Las Vegas, and the release date for PlanetSide 2 was announced, November 20th. And it's coming out then. They're promising that it's going to launch with 3 continents. There was some talk that it may be 2 continents, but they are going to launch with 3, and they gave us a sneak preview of the new continent. Very colorful continent. Not snow, but very, very colorful. And it's going to be coming out November 20th. Now, this is, if you scroll down my info section, this is a game I'm listing as what I'm playing, because PlanetSide 2 it's fun. It's got the potential to really be a great title because it's putting a lot into the user's hands, and PlanetSide people have great imaginations. If you've been around a PlanetSide 2 conversation, you probably won't know what's going on. You thought the Alliance and Horde was bad, and wow. Wait till you get some Terran Republic and Vanu Sovereignty and some new conglomerate fights. People insulting each other. You're like, what are you talking about? You dirty stink Vanu and your technology. Well, you're a dirty dog, you TR scum. You know, these people, they really get into it. That PlanetSide 2, man. It's really, really fun to watch. Jetpacks Away launches on November 20th. Check it out. I am definitely going to be on top of that, because PlanetSide 2 is a title that I am playing in beta right now. Going to refresh really quick. We got one from GamerX. More 0x10C footage includes more multiplayer. This is Notch's game. Notch's game. He posted yet another video, which I can't play really, but I did see it. It has multiplayer footage and sound. Looks very bare and lame. It looks very lame at the moment. You can tell it's very early in development. So it's like they're shooting laser guns at each other and they're going pew pew pew, and it's like, that's it, bye. Yeah, it's very early in development, but at least we're getting a sneak peek in Notch's. You know, the game is improving from the wireframe models that we saw a few months ago. It is improving slowly, so Notch is letting us know that, hey guys, I am still working on this game. Still working on it. And it's very interesting to see it grow. It's going to be another Minecraft story for us, that we can actually watch this game go from 0 to whatever it's going to go to. And it's in direct competition with that other game that the Wing Commander guy is making. So it's going to be interesting to see how that comes out. Thanks for the story, GamerX. We're going to refresh one more time and see if anybody else has any stories. And that's all the stories we have. And guess what time it is, y'all? Girls. What? It's title time. Title time is when you guys come up with snazzy titles. Post them in the chat. We'll vote on the best ones. You can preclude it with precluded. You can put title in front of it so we can recognize it. We'll vote on the best title. Let's see what you guys got. We don't have any physical prizes, but the accolades are something serious right now. Okay, let's read some of these. Minecraft 2 has been announced. Kappa. Please insert this too. The Keanu Conspiracy. My Major Fus Ro Dah. My major? Fus Ro Dah. Itty bitty ship, giant lump of money. I have to get up and swap this. I have to get up and swap this? The origin code. EA conspiring to sell solid gold Pac-Man. Ship worth 6K? Not no more. One hit wonder notch and free to play normal? Who stole my title? Disc swapping. Xbox answer to Wii Fit. Warfighter disaster. Thousands lost. Notch. Yet another one hit wonder. Bungie forgot their code when jumping off the Halo boat. Bacon! Minecraft Xbox or Minecraft PC? I don't need no second disc. Oh yes you do. Okay. Let's pick some titles here. Good selection here. Some of these made me chuckle. I have 4. I think I saw 4. Yeah, let's do that one. I'm not copy and pasting today. I know. There's another one I saw. I did see one. Oh, there it is. The origin code. Okay. We got 4 titles, guys. 4 titles. Am I running the poll today? 4 titles that we're going to vote on. Once we create the poll, you guys can vote on said title by typing the number only once we start it. Don't do it yet because we haven't started the poll. I will do it. Poll has been created and the poll has started. Type the number and vote on your favorite title. Type 1 if you want to see please insert this too. Type 2 if you want to do my major, Fus Ro Dah. And you want to do 3, Warfighter disaster, thousands lost. Or if you want to do 4, the origin code. Type the number, nothing but the number, vote once, it'll be counted. Let's do it. It looks like my chat just stopped over there. You guys killed it. Here it comes, I think. Don't worry, they're being counted. But the overlay is a little bit behind, so. All right. We're gonna go ahead and tally it. Poll stop. And the poll results say the winner is... Oh, the winner is 2. My major, Fus Ro Dah. Congratulations to Kados. Kados14, you are the winner of Title Time for Game Chat 1, episode 72. But you don't win any physical prizes here. Nope. No physical prizes. But you do have what we call them accolades, them bragging rights that you can take a hold of and say, honey, I'm not hungry today. Well, why aren't you hungry? I don't know. I haven't eaten in 2 weeks. I haven't had the need to eat. Somehow these Game Chat with Bwana accolades are filling my belly with nutrients. Somehow I'm getting the vitamins and sustenance I need by simply having these bragging rights. She goes, I knew it all along. I saw the show. You go, yes, honey, because I've got it like that. Haha. Game Chat with Bwana accolades are awesome. You don't need to eat. You can save money on food and buy more games. You heard it here first. Game Chat with Bwana 72 is going to be called My Major Fus Ro Dah. Yeah. And that concludes episode 72 of Game Chat with Bwana. I want to thank everybody for coming by. We're here at live.bwana.tv and at twitch.tv/Bwana. Again, we do this every Monday night. Every Monday night at about 6 p.m. Eastern. We try to do it every Monday night. Missed last week, I apologize. Had a lot of stuff going on with work. I want to thank you guys for sticking with me and following me on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Bwana or twitter.com/Bwana live if you wish to be notified when I go live. I've been posting a lot of things on Twitter as to the cancellations and non-cancellations of the show, as well as new projects. Radio.bwana.org or Bwana.org Radio made its very, very nice return last week. And we got our first show, episode 251 got released. I was very happy. And if you guys are into tech news, gadgets, software, phones, check out Bwana.org Radio. It's my audio podcast that has made a resurrection. We're going to be doing it another show probably tomorrow for Bwana.org Radio. I don't know if I'm going to be recording it live, though. We're still working on getting the set up for that. But go to radio.bwana.org. Check out my audio podcast. You can check out episode 251. It's also on my YouTube channel. I posted the audio-only version up there as well for those guys who don't want to download MP3s. You can check it out there. You guys can follow me on Google+, google.com/Bwana, or join our forums at bwana.tv/forums. We are going to be playing games here at twitch.tv/Bwana and live.bwana.tv throughout the week. If you guys are up early in the morning, we have this thing called the Tribes Ascend morning workout that I've been doing every morning from about 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. 1 hour of Tribes Ascend if you're into that kind of game. I've been streaming that in the morning before I go to work. All right, guys, that concludes episode 72 of Game Chat with Bwana, and I will see you all next week. Take care. Bye-bye. Have a great week and stuff. And junk. Cut.